Today, we are going to work with all of the configurations we have been learning about. You need your 5-group mat and a set of counters for this activity. Pause the video if you need to get your materials together. During this activity, you need to follow along with me. I might even ask some questions. Don't be afraid to say the answer, even though this is just a video. Let's get started. I want you to put 5 counters on your 5-group mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now, put 5 more on your mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. How many do we have? 10. How did you know that? Well, some of you know that 5 and 5 are hidden partners of 10. Some of you see that we have a full 10 frame to make 10. Great job. So we're going to be working with 10 counters today. I want you to slide your 10 counters now to the top of your work mat. And up here, we're going to make a circle configuration with our counters. So go ahead and slide them up. Do the best you can to form a circle. And if you need to move them around a little bit, that's fine. Good job making your circle. How many counters are in our circle? 10. Did you need to count again to find that answer? No, that's because all we did was move our 10 counters from one place to another. We did not add any, we did not take any away, so the number stayed the same. But let's test your idea that there are 10 counters in a circle. So when we are working with a circle configuration, you want to find a place to mark where you're going to start and stop. I like to use my finger, but you might use an object that's around you like a crayon or a pencil. So I'm going to count around, going around my finger. And this finger will mark my finish line. Go ahead and count to check. Do you still have 10? Awesome. I'm glad you still have 10. Now let's put our counters in a long row. And it's okay if your counters are longer than your work mat. We just made a long row, a linear configuration. Do we still have 10? Yes, that's right. Now let's make some smaller rows. So on my top row, I want you to move and make a small row of 5. Great. Now slide your counters to make another row of 5 underneath. Look at that. It looks like our 5 groups. We made an array. What do you notice? Oh, you might have noticed the 2 rows. 5 and 5. Did you notice there's still 10? Right. Now turn your work mat so that your rows are now in columns. It's still an array. Is there still 10? Yes, great job. There's still 10. Our number did not change. Let's turn it back around, and I want you to put your counters in a cup. I'm using a container, but you might have access to a cup. Now, when we shake our counters, you have a cup, put your hand over the top so that they don't fall out. If you have a container like mine, you might just simply put the lid back on. You're going to shake gently because you want them to stay in here. And we're going to shake 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Carefully pour them onto your work mat. Look it, they're now scattered around. I'm just going to move them a little bit. How many do you have now? You still think there's 10? Well, let's count to check. When you work with scattered arrangements, you might touch and move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your counting path might have been different than mine, and that's okay. Let's put our counters away since we made all of our configurations. Let's start with putting 5 in the cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a challenging question for you. If I have 5 in the cup, how many do I have on the mat? 5. That's right. 5 and 5 are hidden partners of 10. So put the other 5 away. We started with 10. How many do I have left if I put them all away? 0. Thanks for working with me today, friends. I hope to work with you again soon.